Bishop, your blessings be welcome. And your blessings, name them one by one. And it will surprise you what the Lord has done. I needed the bishop to assist. The chairman, Lagos State Civil Service Commission, Mrs. Olukun Baba. The chairman, Teaching Service Commission, Mrs. Elizabeth Ario. The members of the Civil Service Commission here present, Mr. Additional Commissioner 1, Mr. Uwelabi Olorunwoje Kamal, Commissioner 2, Mr. Obatunde Seriki, Commissioner 3, and my brother Abose, Commissioner 4. The distinguished members of the most vibrant body of permanent secretaries here present, both serving, retired, and celebrated today. All directors general here present, general managers and heads of government agencies and ministerial departments here present, directors, staff and colleagues in service, family members of our celebrants of today, the first Vice President of the Association of Lagos State Retired Heads of Service and Permanent Secretary Alarok, Mr. Morogolo Jikutu, here present, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I think it's a good day today. This is the day that the Lord has made. And indeed, we are glad to celebrate. Let me start by quoting something that I said exactly 1 year, less a day today. Last year I said, it is without a doubt a thing of great joy and pride to be honored and celebrated for any accomplishment in life at any point in time, let alone when the occasion is the celebration of 35 years of unblemished, meritorious public service career in the most sophisticated and the most vibrant public service in Nigeria, the center of excellence in Lagos State public service. And it was true on the 19th of December last year, and it is even truer today. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, before proceeding with this brief address, I'd like to acknowledge and express the desire of Mr. Governor and the Deputy Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and Dr. Kaji Obatemi to be present physically here today, but for reasons and circumstances that I think the entire Lagos knows, for Mr. Governor, whom we are all praying and wishing a very speedy recovery from the very, very present COVID-19 pandemic, and Dr. Kaji, representing him at the convocation of our prestigious Lagos State University at this present time. Accordingly, it gives me great pleasure to warmly welcome today's celebrants, along with family members, your wonderful family, your friends and associates, as well as those from within the public and outside of the public service. The most cynical men will agree that today's ceremony represents an occasion for rejoicing and giving glory to Almighty God, for the grace of life in good health, to witness and participate in today's celebration in the company of loved ones. I congratulate you all. Since your early beginnings in the public service, as eager enthusiastic young men and women. The world has gone through several changes, just as the civil service has undergone several reforms and is still undergoing more reforms. Most notable of this has been the transition from analog to digital technology, a development which to this day continues to open new frontiers of knowledge and new possibilities for human endeavors. It is thus remarkable that not only did you persevere and remain relevant through the course of your careers, but you were found worthy, knowledgeable, capable, and trustworthy enough. And trustworthy enough to be recognized and elevated above your peers to the revered post and rank of permanent secretary. It is no mean achievement. Indeed, in felicitating with you, I also wish to express my profound appreciation and gratitude to your loyalty, commitment, dedication, and priceless service rendered through these years. I do this on behalf of myself, Mr. Governor, and the good people and government of Lagos State, and indeed a very grateful public service. I am proud to put on record that you have all been found worthy to be honored and celebrated today in recognition of your exemplary service and record of outstanding public contribution to growth and development of the state's public service. There is no gainsaying that today's spent-down ceremony opens a new vista of opportunities for you to explore. I have no doubts in my mind that you will deploy your skills, wide knowledge, and extensive administrative and management experience gathered over the years to continue to add value to yourself, your communities, and to Lagos State as a whole. As the latest member of the Alaras in Lagos State, the government continues to look forward to benefiting from your vast reservoirs of information in formulating and implementing public policies to move the state forward. We are grateful for the deliberations you had last week and the communique you forwarded to the government for consideration of your advice and input. Importantly, I passionately implore you to be deliberate in paying attention to your personal health and wellness. Importantly, while I passionately implore you to be deliberate in paying attention to your personal health and wellness, I need not remind you that the Directorate of Post-Service Matters, headed by our own Mrs. Olusola Bukola in the Public Service Office, was established to attend to issues concerning Lagos State public service retirees. Therefore, kindly ensure you avail yourselves of the services of this very active department as and when you need to do so. This address will be incomplete without taking a moment to reflect on the enormous socio-economic, humanitarian, and logistical challenges posed to the entire world, Nigeria, and indeed our dear state by the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as the aftermath of the NSAS protest, the disruption of which resulted in the unfortunate loss of life, public utilities and infrastructure, private properties in our dear state, which by all standards has become the epicenter of Nigeria. In this regard, I wish to commend the commitment of Mr. Governor, stakeholders and citizens of Lagos in the work of rebuilding our dear city in our characteristic resilient manner. Importantly, before concluding this address, I wish to use this opportunity to thank him again for his magnanimity in granting approval for this program, given the challenges that the state government has been and is still confronted with. It is a testament and a reaffirmation of Mr. Governor's avowed personal commitment to prioritization of staff welfare matters, a gesture all of us, serving and retired, shall continue to reciprocate by rededicating ourselves to the service of our dear state, individually and collectively. On this note, it is my singular honor and pleasure to welcome you, your families, distinguished guests today to today's pens down ceremony, a hallmark in the life of any public servant that has attained the rank, the enviable rank of permanent secretary in our public service. Also, in the spirit of the Yuletide, I wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, very prosperous indeed in advance. I thank you all for listening.
Please let's put our hands together once again for the head of service. We thank you very much. Now we proceed directly to the main reason for our being here. Items number 4, 5, and 6 will run simultaneously, but we will begin with the presentation of retirees. Citations of the retirees will be read, and the procedure is that will be read, and thereafter each of the retirees will proceed to the commission's desk to sign up, and other things will follow. May I respectfully invite the Permanent Secretary in the Civil Service Commission, Mrs. Kike Sanyaolu, to please take her seat at the Commission's desk. Permit me now to invite the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Information and Strategy to present Mrs. Rhoda Olubusola Ayinde, PS Information Strategy.
Mr. Governor of Lagos State, ably represented by our own head of service, chairman of statutory commissions here, and board members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mrs. Rhoda Olubusola Ayinde. Rhoda Olubusola Ayinde was born in Lagos on the 5th September 1961 to the family of Joseph Olusojo Bankole and Victoria Aduni Bankole, the Ibadan blessed memory. Her educational journey started at Reagan Memorial Baptist Girls Primary School, Yaba, 1967 to 1973, and she later proceeded to Girls Secondary Grammar School, Bariga, now Evangelical Girls Secondary Grammar School, from 1973 to 1978. Thereafter, she had her higher school certificate at Federal Government Girls College, Laro, now in Shagamo, between 1978 to 1980. She obtained her combined honors in education and English in 1983 from University of Ibadan. She further bagged a master's degree in public administration from Lagos State University in 1994 and specialized in personnel management with focus on employee perception and periodicity of retirement. She is an alumnus of the Daystar Leadership Academy, having obtained a basic and advanced certificate. Mrs. Ayinde commenced her public service career in Ogun State as an English and literature teacher in 1985, and later transferred her service to Lagos State as a personnel officer at Shomolu Koshofe Schools Management Committee. Her service career took her through the Teaching Service Commission, Shomolu Zonal Office, Post-Primary Teaching Service Commission Headquarters in Kenya, former Teachers Establishment and Pensions Office. Over the years, she served in various capacities and as head of different departments such as personnel matters, training, planning, research and statistics, monitoring and inspection of schools, establishments, pension administration, and Teachers Resource Center, Obutu. She also served at several personnel management board meetings of teachers' recruitment and promotion. The competence with which she handled pension matters and the pensioners led to her appointment as head of Pensions Administration Department in 2007. She pioneered the Pensioners Welfare Program of Teachers Establishment and Pensions Office, which endeared the pensioners to the state government. As an apostle of transformational leadership, she gave a breath of new life to pensions administration in Lagos State Teaching Service. This made the processing of pension benefits and verification of pensioners